It's critical that we understand this protective factor for all of us within the First Amendment. If people in our society, in a particular group, feel that they're not being heard, traditionally Americans have taken to the street. Young people have to understand that they have a voice. I'm Gene Policinski. I'm President and Chief Operating Officer of the Freedom Forum Institute, which is the programs and initiatives partner of the museum. So we're sort of the think tank behind the building that is here in Washington. We're out there, we hope, helping the public make their own decisions about their freedoms. Very few of us know much about the First Amendment at all. This year, under 6% could identify all 5 freedoms. Frankly, as Americans, we sort of treat the First Amendment like air. We assume it will always be there. We assume it will always work for us. We worry that the public, by not knowing much about it, and frankly not seeing much of a change over the last 20 years, is vulnerable to a person who has a very seductive argument to maybe limit our freedom. Religion, speech, press, assembly, and petition. Those are the 5 freedoms, and those go to work with us every single day of our lives as citizens. Well, we have freedom of religion, which is an interesting and unique aspect in the history of humanity. There's never been a nation before where you really had true freedom of religion as we do here. Government doesn't get to set a faith that everybody has to follow. You get to make the decision about which of a whole range of faiths you want to follow. Then comes freedom of speech. And that covers all kinds of speech. It's not just spoken word, but it might be an armband that you would wear, or expressive speech. Press is more narrowly defined. It's not just, though, journalism. It's anybody's right to write and use their written word, or today online communication, to convey an idea or an object, and we protect that very vigorously. Then you have the rights of petition and assembly. But petition is really the right to say to government, I want you to change. I want you to do this for me or for my group. And then there's the right of assembly, which means you have the right to get together with people of like minds. Petition and assembly, right of an individual to seek change. Assembly, the right of a group of people to seek change. So those are our core freedoms. And I think if you look through those, you see it's the mechanism by which each of us as a citizen is able to influence policy decisions. We're able to self-govern. That's why it's so core to what it means to be an American. First Amendment freedoms are never safe and secure. They're always in the process of being made safe and secure. And I think it's really important to say, these really define our society today. The test will be this generation and the one at Parkland, the next generation. Will they step up to that challenge of defending the First Amendment?